All right, let's see if I can get through what happened. That second video, you can see I have 12 volts at, the first peak was 3 amps, but it settled out to 2 amps. So let's give it the benefit of the doubt. So at 2 amps our system, and engineers feel free to chime in and tell me if I'm doing this wrong. 12 volts at 2 amps is 6 ohms. All right. So then during the extreme self-disassembly, I was using 36 volts. Let me spell that right. 36 volts. How do you spell 36? And so we assume that 36 volts at 6 ohms is going to give us 6 amps. All right. So if we're drawing 6 amps and we're running 36 volts, let me say this, P-I-E, all right? Power output in wattage is equal to amps times voltage, all right? So our output power is going to be 36 volts times 6 amps. $216 watts on that little motor. I think that was a little more than what it could handle. Let's talk about the second problem, or I should say the actual real problem, is the fact that I've been using PLA. You saw I had a lot of success there at 12 volts. That's fine. These are all just prototypes, okay? And here's the little rotors here, you see, and here's the problem. And I could demonstrate this. I'd have to check if I have a video on that. The problem is, one of the brilliant ideas I had was to make these where the magnets go in a little bit tight. So I pressed the magnets in, and you couldn't see in that video. Another piece of brilliant work I did is have the rotor, and I made these, okay, so you got the magnets going around, and I made this outer edge fan blades, okay? So instead of having this nice thick area here, it was actually really thin, only, a couple of millimeters. All right, and like I said, on top of that, I press them in, and I have a rotor just like this on one that is still together, and you can see a crack right there. All right, so on that one like that, no doubt it had already had stress points, and like I said, the PLA it's designed for toys and cute little things, cute little things. It was never meant for something handling stress. So that's that story. I'm sticking with it. My next builds are going to be with, I've got some fiberglass reinforced nylon, and I'm going to go with that first. I do have some carbon fiber reinforced nylon also, and that's the stator. That's my new stator design. And where am I? Here's my rotor and the outside core, and oh, that's what these are here. This is where the Hall transistors are going to go, and then the exterior ring. I mean, I couldn't believe the way it just destructed. I figured this ring would hold it together. like that, but it did absolutely no good whatsoever. And these, you see the way these slide around on a larger motor. I have a keyed shaft that I'm going to build a larger motor out of. So anyway, what did I forget? Seems like I lost something here. Okay, so see how that goes together. Yeah, you can hear it scraping in there. Anyway, so that's how they're made, and I am debating whether I'm going to bother building another one. When that one came apart, I'm still missing 2 or 3 magnets in this room that I cannot find. I've searched everywhere. So anyway, that's it. Just wanted to explain what happened.